some of your responsibilities as an instructor is first and foremost to control the classroom. Control the classroom. You have to provide a safe, conducive environment that is conducive to learning. That is your job. So when we deal with difficult students, we have to deal with difficult students because they interrupt learning. And that's why you have to deal with those. Anything that distracts another student is not fair to the student that is being distracted. So you as the instructor have to control that. So that's one of the most important jobs as an instructor, is to control the classroom, make sure that you have the environment is as conducive to learning as possible. That includes the temperature of the room, making sure that when you talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, being able to take care of themselves, make sure they know where the bathroom is, they feel safe in the classroom, all those different things. That's part of your responsibility to make sure that that is there. Lighting is appropriate, especially when you're using overheads. When you're using things like overheads and things, you'll want to make sure that your lighting is appropriate. Keep in mind the people in the back of the room, not just the people in the front. Make sure the people in the back of the room can see the board as well. So sometimes you have to dim a different set of lights, things like that. So those are part of your responsibility. Safety in the classroom, whether it's trip hazards, things like that, that's your responsibility. And again, making sure that nobody is disruptive of the class. One of the things that I will not do, and when I say control the classroom, a really good instructor can control the classroom. And right now, this classroom is completely under control. I don't mean that as a narcissistic, domineering kind of thing, but the classroom's under control. Everybody's quiet, everybody's paying attention. I don't have any problems with somebody not doing something, okay? Now, as an instructor, in my opinion, a good instructor, the first thing that I will not do is I will not talk when somebody else is talking. I'll stop. If you two start chatting, I'll stop. And I'll look at you until you're done, and then I'll continue. Because one, it distracts me and I start stuttering and stumbling because I'm catching, what's going on over here. But two, anybody that's close to you, if they can hear it, it can be distracting to them as well. Okay? So that's first and foremost. If you start from the very beginning of your class by setting that precedence that I'm not going to let you talk while I'm talking, that to me it's totally rude. So if you got something else to say or you got two people that need to talk, then I'm going to ask you to step out of the class if it's that important, or I'm going to let you finish before I continue to talk. All it takes with a respectful group of people, all it takes is one or two times of you doing that and everybody gets the point. I'm just not going to do it. It's, totally, I'm just not. So don't try to talk while other people are talking. Don't let them talk while you're talking. Also, believe it or not, different things will distract different students. I heard somebody while we were talking about the muddiest points and things, somebody mentioned cell phones and things like that. Students using cell phones or other electronic devices will distract other students around them for a couple of different reasons. One of which is they're like, what are they doing over there? And, so now they're not engaged with the instructor and what's going on in the classroom. The other thing is sometimes the noise will distract them as they're, or whatever the case may be. And then there are other times where the students are going, why is he not saying anything? I mean, why is the instructor, or he or she, not saying anything? Why are they not addressing that? I can't. And again, you're setting a precedence to say that that's okay for you to do that in my classroom. All right? So I'm going to ask you, how do you prevent a lot of that stuff? How do you let students know from the moment they walk in the class what your rules and regulations are? Yes? Syllabus. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Your syllabus.